Daystar president Joni Lamb accuses son Jonathan of fabricating a smear campaign.
Welcome to a story that's as shocking as it is heart-wrenching. One of the most influential voices in Christian broadcasting, Joni Lamb, president of Daystar Ministries, stepping forward to accuse her own son, Jonathan Lamb, of orchestrating a devastating blackmail plot and smear campaign against their family and ministry.
Hello, everyone. I wanted to take a few minutes today to speak from my heart to the Daystar family and friends. Recently, Daystar made the decision to terminate my son Jonathan Lamb's employment. That decision was not taken lightly.
Stay tuned as we unpack what this means for Daystar Ministries, the Lamb family, and the Christian community at large. Let's get started. Joni Lamb, president and co-founder of Daystar Television Network, has come forward with serious allegations against her son, Jonathan Lamb. She accuses him of attempting to blackmail her and launching a smear campaign as part of a power struggle for leadership of the network.
You see, Jonathan was extremely disappointed that he was not named the future president of Daystar following the death of his father and my husband, Marcus Lamb, despite the fact that Marcus had given a clear directive to the family and to the board that I would succeed him as president. Rather than take any steps to improve his performance at Daystar, it seems clear now that Jonathan was focused on fabricating a smear campaign.
On a seemingly ordinary August day in Florida, a horrifying discovery sent shockwaves through Daystar TV's executive family. Jonathan Lamb, former vice president of the network, and his wife Susie uncovered deeply troubling events involving their 5-year-old daughter and a trusted family member.
Joni, we wanted to kind of just gather around with you today. You're a TV personality all over the world. You're known for bringing news to the world, making people aware of issues that they need to know that can make their life a better life. You've been amazing at that through the years. And we know there's stuff out there circulating and accusations that are coming from people that don't even know who you are, don't know you. And we, as your friends sitting here today, we have worked with you every day for years. We know you better than anybody out there that feels like they have the right to do what they're doing. So the girls and I, we just wanted to sit with you today, and we wanted to ask you some of those questions that people are wanting answers. And so we just want to have our coffee and just ask you those questions.
Okay.
All right? Okay.
This isn't just a scandal. It's a deeply personal battle unfolding on a public stage. Allegations of abuse, cover-ups, and family division have emerged, raising serious questions about accountability within one of the world's largest Christian TV networks.
What God sees. That's right. And God sees the truth. Let him judge between you and me. Let him. Yeah. I am fine with that, I'm fine with the son. So I love you both, but this is going to end. You submit or you leave. I'm not going to come in the studio. There will be another viewer feedback that says something nice about Doug. If you can't read it, then you don't need to be on the show. And then you don't need to come back the next day either. Mm-hmm. I'm just telling you, I don't want it to be this way, but he is a godly man. You know what I saw with his kids this weekend? We were with...
This shocking family dispute has become public after Jonathan alleged that Joni covered up the sexual abuse of his daughter by a family member, a claim she strongly denies. However, this incident has ignited a scandal involving Daystar, one of the largest Christian television networks globally. Co-founded by Marcus Lamb, Jonathan's father, the network boasts over 100 stations worldwide and generates around $100 million annually. On a sweltering August day in Florida in 2021, Jonathan Lamb, a Daystar TV executive, received a distressing call from his wife, Susie. She was terrified. A male relative named Pete had followed their 5-year-old daughter upstairs as she prepared to change for a swim. Susie described the unsettling moment, saying, "It was like Pete's eyes turned black. He was in this zombie-like state." In an exclusive interview with the Roy's Report, She recounted her fear as Jonathan rushed to their daughter's room in the beach house where Daystar held its annual executive retreat in Miramar Beach. When Jonathan burst into the room, he was met with a horrifying sight. His daughter was completely naked, and Pete was there with her. I screamed at him. "What are you doing?" Jonathan recalled. Pete stammered apologies, repeating, "I'm so sorry" multiple times, as if caught in the act. Susie noted that Pete, usually confident and cocky, appeared shaken and on the verge of tears. The identity of Pete remains undisclosed due to the absence of criminal charges against him.
I'm just telling you, it is so disrespectful. Marcus Lamb would kick Jonathan's butt if he was alive right now, in the way and the things he's done, the things he said, the fact that he would care more about what people think and his reputation than honoring his mother.
Amid child abuse allegations involving Daystar employee Jonathan Lamb, former vice president of Daystar Television Network, has been let go from his position after a series of public allegations made by him and his wife, Susie. The couple claimed that a male relative, who also worked at the network, sexually abused their 5-year-old daughter between 2020 and 2021. Daystar has denied the allegations and conducted an internal investigation, which concluded with no evidence supporting the claims.
Joni Lamb released a statement addressing the accusations, saying, "I want to assure you that all the allegations circulating about me, my late husband, and other family members are completely false. We have already begun taking legal steps to defend ourselves, and we will address these claims in a way that honors God."
Everyone knows that we have dedicated our lives to spreading the love of Jesus, and to see it attacked by my son Jonathan and his wife is truly heartbreaking. I want to assure you that all the allegations that are circulating against myself and my late husband are completely false. We have already begun to take legal steps to defend ourselves, and we will address the accusations in a God-honoring way. We stand firm in our faith, knowing that God is with us, and His purpose for Daystar is far greater than any present challenge we may be facing.
Daystar Television Network, headquartered in Texas, is a major Christian broadcaster, reportedly reaching 6.85 billion people worldwide and appearing in 2.3 billion homes. The dispute has brought unwanted attention to the organization, casting a shadow over its ministry. The Lambs stated they caught Pete alone in a room with their unclothed daughter and confronted him about it. Later, their daughter allegedly revealed she had been abused. When Susie reported the incident to Joni Lamb, she claims Joni discouraged her from going to the police. Susie also alleged that Joni insisted on meeting alone with her granddaughter. After that meeting, their daughter stopped talking about the abuse entirely. "I don't know what happened there," Susie said, adding that it was as though her daughter became a lockbox and had no memory of the conversation or the incident. Although Jonathan and Susie secretly reported the abuse to the police, the case was initially closed because their daughter would not cooperate with investigators. They later took their daughter to a counselor in 2023, who reported the suspected abuse to Texas Child Protective Services, leading to the case being reopened. However, no formal charges have been filed yet. Pete has strongly denied the allegations. Through his attorney, Mark G. Daniel, he stated, "My client unequivocally denies the statements made by Jonathan and Susie Lamb. Anyone who knows him knows these accusations are false, insulting, and demeaning." Jonathan Lamb also accused his parents of prioritizing Pete's reputation and Daystar's image over protecting their granddaughter. He expressed disappointment with both his late father, Marcus Lamb, who passed away in November 2021, and his mother, Joni. Joni Lamb, however, painted a different picture. In her statement, she said Jonathan was fired from Daystar after a 15-month performance review, during which he failed to meet expectations under a performance improvement plan.
Recently, Daystar made the decision to terminate my son Jonathan Lamb's employment. That decision was not taken lightly. It followed a 15-month review of Jonathan's performance and his refusal to take any steps to satisfy a detailed performance improvement plan put in place. He also refused my offer to participate in a formal mediation to resolve grievances in a biblical and professional manner.
She also claimed he refused to participate in a formal mediation process to address grievances. Rather than take steps to improve his performance at Daystar, Jonathan focused on fabricating a smear campaign.
Rather than take any steps to improve his performance at Daystar, it seems clear now that Jonathan was focused on fabricating a smear campaign.
Jonathan Lamb reportedly emailed his mother, demanding to be named the next president of Daystar. He also suggested a new contract that would protect him and his wife from losing their jobs at the network. Jonathan's email reportedly read, "We remain willing to put this episode behind us. However, we also require security, transparency, and certainty about our futures at Daystar. To achieve this, we suggest a contract that clearly spells out my role as president of Daystar, restricts actions against us without good cause, and requires board approval for major decisions." In exchange, Jonathan allegedly offered not to release audio recordings that could harm the family or the network. Joni Lamb rejected these demands, accusing her son of trying to use threats and blackmail to get his way. Joni believes Jonathan's frustrations grew after her marriage to Doug Weiss, a Christian counselor and sex therapist, following the death of Marcus Lamb. She stated, "Jonathan's disappointment escalated to the point where he attempted to blackmail his way into becoming Daystar's future president. As a mother and grandmother, this situation deeply saddens me. I love my family and the work we've done together for so many years. I had hoped to resolve this privately, but now I have no choice."
I can tell you that as a mother, as a grandmother, this situation saddens me deeply, and it grieves my heart because I love my family. I love all my children. I love my grandchildren. I love the work we've done together for so many years. And I had hoped that we could have resolved the situation in private. But now, Jonathan has given me no choice except to speak out.
The Lamb family's internal conflict has sent shockwaves throughout the Christian community. The allegations and counterclaims have raised difficult questions about accountability, transparency, and family dynamics within ministries. As the situation continues to unfold, many are speculating about what might happen next for some. This story is a painful reminder of the struggles many families face, even those in positions of spiritual leadership. The allegations of abuse and cover-up are particularly concerning for Christians who hold ministry leaders to a high standard of integrity. Some believers may feel disillusioned by the situation, questioning how such a prominent family, known for spreading the gospel to millions, could find themselves in such turmoil. Others might see this as a call to pray for healing and restoration within the Lamb family. Many have taken to social media to share their perspectives, with some defending Joni Lamb and others calling for a thorough investigation into the allegations. One commenter on a Christian forum wrote, "We should withhold judgment until all the facts are clear. But if there's any truth to these claims, it's heartbreaking to think that protecting an image might take precedence over protecting a child." Another wrote, "The enemy attacks families in ministry because they have the most influence. We should be praying for the Lambs rather than tearing them down." The debate highlights the deep divide in public opinion, with many grappling with how to balance grace and accountability. The fallout from this conflict could also affect Daystar's ministry. With Joni Lamb at the helm, the network has grown into a global powerhouse, but this public family feud may cause viewers and donors to question the organization's stability and credibility. Some supporters may withdraw their financial contributions or choose to distance themselves from Daystar until the situation is resolved. Others may rally behind Joni Lamb, believing that she is being unfairly targeted in this dispute. The outcome of this conflict will likely determine the future leadership of Daystar. If Jonathan Lamb continues to push for control of the network, it could lead to further division among the board and staff. Alternatively, a resolution could pave the way for new leadership structures or reconciliation within the family. This situation also raises important questions for other ministries. How should allegations of abuse or misconduct be handled? What steps can organizations take to ensure transparency and accountability while protecting their mission? The Lamb family struggle is a cautionary tale for Christian leaders everywhere. It underscores the importance of having clear policies and safeguards in place to handle sensitive issues, as well as the need for humility and grace in times of conflict. What do you think about this unfolding situation? Do you believe the Lamb family can find healing and resolution? How should Christian leaders respond to allegations like these? We'd love to hear your thoughts.